Hey, what's up? Welcome to another drunk review. I'm also playing right now Yakuza Kiwami 2. Yakuza Kiwami 2. It's a remake of Yakuza 2, a PlayStation 2 game. I'm drinking a little more of my scotch here, but what I'm really going to be drinking right now is my trusty Guinness. And I'm going to drink it out of a Final Fantasy VII glass that I got. As you can see, hopefully. It's got Meteor on it there. Maybe you can tell that, I don't know. But, yeah, so I'm going to do a little review of Yakuza Kiwami 2 here. Hope you enjoy it. And let me pour this beer. Yakuza Kiwami 2, as I said, originally a PlayStation 2 game remastered for the PS4 in Kiwami form. It's the direct sequel to Yakuza Kiwami, which is also Yakuza 1. Follows the story of Kiryu Kazuma and extends his storyline and in the gameplay and all that stuff into a whole new mission, a whole new set of characters. There's some returning, obviously, but some new ones as well. And yeah, so join me for this drunk review. I'm going to drink my Guinness as I tell you about Yakuza Kiwami 2. Alright, so as I said, this is Yakuza Kiwami 2. It takes place in Kamurocho, a fictitious section of Tokyo. It kind of is a mixture of Shinjuku and Kabukicho in the near the Ginza area. Here you can see I'm getting into a fight with some thugs, so I'm going to do that here accordingly. You know what, before I do that, let me go ahead and show you some menus and actually turn the volume up just a little bit. I'll just fight him and you can see that then. I'm going to use a heat action. Attack. The action is, if you played Yakuza Kiwami or any of the Yakuza games, or Judgment for that matter, the action is very similar. So I beat the thugs up. And now I get a little bit of... So, let me run you through the menus real quick. Here's your tasks, side quests and main story, sub-stories as they call them. Inventory shows you all your recovery items, your food and drink. Other items, which is sellables and things like that. And then other valuables, you can't really do anything with them other than they're basically story items. Equipment is weapons and gear, not really that necessary for the game, but you can go through them and attack people with them and stuff like that. Stats is where you build your character, kind of like in any RPG, even though this isn't an RPG. Kind of like that, you can go through and build your character accordingly, choosing, battle skills and heat actions and all kinds of stuff like that. Email is, you get it on your phone, it's from side characters mostly, and all that stuff. Clan Creator and Cabaret Club Grand Prix, both of which are side quests. They are very interesting side quests, especially the Cabaret Club. It's addicting as hell. Album is where you store the photos you've taken in the game. Completion list shows you what all you've done in the game. And the settings and save, obviously. So just strolling through Kamurocho now. So this is one of the main streets here in Kamurocho. Pretty much lit up just like Tokyo. Having been there before, it looks pretty much identical, and it's a really cool representation of the city in a fictitious area. And here are more thugs. I won't spare you, or I will spare you rather, from watching this fight again, because there's really no need. So here's how the map works. This is just a map of Kamurocho here. You've got taxi stands, food places, entertainment places. That's a batting center. That's darts. Club Sega, which is basically an arcade. You've got the Popo there, and other places with that logo are shopping areas. And you basically have your streets here. Your main task is highlighted in pink, and any side quests show up as blue, essentially talk icons. And these little icons here are entry doors into the building for wherever you're heading to. Alright, so now I'm just going to show you a little bit in Osaka in the game. It's Sotenbori, not Dotonbori. There's the big crab there. It's laid out almost identically to actual Dotonbori in Osaka, but it's not. It's Sotenbori. One thing that's really cool in this game, for anybody that's actually been to Japan, here we're in Osaka, and if you look here, here's a bunch of takoyaki, which is basically squid balls, not actual testicles, but squid balls, little pieces of squid in these puff little pastry things, and it's a really good representation. Like when you walk inside of a convenience store, for example. And here's a convenience store. This is a little small one, but you can look and see everything is laid out like a small convenience store in Japan, and it's really cool. Here you got your little donuts and crullers and stuff like that. Here is one of my favorite things in Japan: the chicken skewers and the chicken nuggets and all that stuff. So if you've never been to Japan, or if you have, and want to be nostalgic about it, it's a really cool environment overall, and very real to what the reality is in these cities, except for all the fighting, obviously.
でも大丈夫です。爆弾の件に関しては伊達さんが警視庁に掛け合ってます。今俺たちにできるのは町を合流会から守ることです。
そうは言っても主だった幹部は殺されちまって、組員は浮き足だってまとまりがつかない状態なんだよ。
柏木さん、どれくらい兵隊を集められるんだ。そうだな。神室町周辺の組織に。
Just taking a little stroll through Kamurocho actually. I don't know if you noticed or not, but all the voice acting in this game is in Japanese. The subtitles are in English, and it really is better that way. It just feels right. So you can actually go into bars and drink booze in this game. In this case, I'll be drinking, well, I'll drink 4 drinks to finish up this little restaurant here. But it's pretty cool because they have actually like a ton of the items you can find in Japan and not necessarily here in the United States, that is. And it's really cool to see all the different like items, again, if you're nostalgic about being in Japan, or if you've never been. Really cool.
動かないようだ。なんだって。伊達は例の事件の容疑者だったんだ。そういう人間の情報は信用できねえってことなんだろう。それに31個の爆弾が仕掛けられてるってのも和樹の証言だけだ。昔から警察ってとこは証拠がなければ動かねえ。この広い官能町で31個もの爆弾を探すのは簡単じゃない。町に詳しい登場会の連中は全員そっちに回った方がいいだろう。 だからゴリペは俺が何とかする。
分かった。
しかし31個か。せめて場所だけでも分かればな。
Alright, so this is the Cabaret Club minigame in Yakuza Kiwami 2. This is the main menu where you select your shift. You can go through and select the different girls and everything that you have to run the club. You can make over the platinum hostesses to different dresses and things like that. It changes their attributes down there. You can see sexy, elegant, cute, funny. The main reason really that I'm showing you this is because it seems very odd, but this is an extremely addictive minigame, and it's quite fun. So we'll go into a ranking match, Executive League, and we'll go ahead and... Oh, we don't meet the entry requirements. But nonetheless, I'll meet the entry requirements and then show you in a bit. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and open the club.
いらっしゃいませ、お客様。
And the minigame basically works like a really mild strategy game. So basically, here comes a guy sitting. You can see on the right-hand side what his preferences are. So sexy and love. And I'm going to match that as best I can with a girl on the left. And you can actually see, if you look at his face icon there, you can see it change between neutral, happy, ecstatic, and neutral there. So you pick one of the girls who he would be very excited about, and you go ahead and pair him with her. And that's how you do it. You have to meet some of their requests that they have, and you have to do it within a certain time frame and all that stuff. That's basically it, but it's very fun and addicting. Alright, so this is what walking through Sotenbori in Osaka in Kiwami 2 looks like during the day. Daytime scenes are much less common than daytime visits, rather, are much less frequent than nighttime visits to each of these respective cities. But, as you can see, it looks pretty much the same, just all the neon signs are, you know, in the daylight. And here's Kamurocho by day. Alright, so, my final thoughts on Yakuza Kiwami 2. Hope I showed you enough of the gameplay. Pros and cons, I'll do that first. I'll start with the cons. The gameplay's a little repetitive. It's very similar to the first Yakuza. It's kind of just a beat-em-up brawler with kind of a lot of button mashing. It's not boring in that sense, but it is repetitive. It's a lot of the same thing, and you find a lot of the same techniques that you kind of get early in the game are useful even late into the game, and a lot of the stuff you get late in the game is not necessarily necessary, so to speak, to progress and succeed in the game. Aside from that, the visuals are a little outdated, but the remake version, the visuals are pretty good. I actually like the way they look. There's no HDR or anything like that. It's in 1080p. But it does look pretty good. Definitely modern enough. It's not an open world. You do have an open Kamurocho to explore and an open Sotenbori to explore, but the maps are pretty small for modern day standards. As far as the pros go, there's quite a few. I really like the story. I really like the characters. If you played Kiwami and are wondering about Kiwami 2, I think it is a step forward especially in the storytelling department. I really like the story of the first one, but this one is a little more fleshed out and a little more, well, the first one was good too, but it's a little more, I feel the characters more. I like the I feel more invested in the characters, I guess. Even though I like the ones in the first one, I like Nishiki in the first one, and I like Yumi and all that stuff. In this one, they invite and have a lot of the good old characters. Date, the detective and everything, and then they have obviously Kazuma, but Kiryu they expand on his character too. They make him a little more dynamic, I think. I like the story a lot. Like I said, the gameplay is a little repetitive, but it's still fun enough. I would definitely give it a shot. Again, if I was giving it a rating, I'd probably give it about an 8 out of 10, an 80%, something like that, in that range. If you like beat-em-up games, if you like Japanese culture or Japanese games in general, or just kind of want to take a stroll through Japan and never have done it, I would definitely recommend it. It's a good story. It's actually really heartfelt and it tugs at the heart a lot more than I thought it would. So, Yakuza Kiwami 2, if anything changes before I finish it, or after I finish it in that matter, I'll get back to you guys, but for now I'd recommend Yakuza Kiwami 2. Hopefully you enjoyed this review and you got something out of it. I'm going to finish my Guinness here. It's a good one too. Nice nitro. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video review, and play Yakuza Kiwami 2. I'd recommend it. You can get the whole remastered collection and a bunch of the other games, all of them on the PS4 Pro, or the PS4, but I played it on the Pro. Yeah, so enjoy. Hope you check it out. Hey, what's up guys? I just wanted to quickly update the Yakuza Kiwami 2 drunk review. First of all, I do have some beers here. This is a Nabita Subtle Tea. It's a Earl Grey tea with lemons flavored beer. It's actually really tasty. And Nabita Strawberry Lager. Also very tasty. I don't know, it's a hot day, so I'm in a fruit beer mood. Anyway, I wanted to update the review real quick. I finished the game yesterday. The main story part. I still got a bunch of side quests and stuff to clean up. I'm going to try to get the Platinum Trophy on the PS4. It looks kind of daunting and annoying, but, you know, I'm going to try it anyway. So the main story is fantastic. I left it like, what the fuck? They did it. It's amazingly done. So if you just like good stories, especially good like detective stories and police stories and stuff like that, gangster stories or whatever, I highly recommended. It's really, really cool. It's really well done. And I don't know, it's voice acted in Japanese, but just reading the text, I still was very invested in it. So the main story has a bunch of cool twists and turns and good characters and all that stuff. As far as the side quests go, a lot of the sub-stories, like I said, are fun. A lot are kind of just whatever. I've done a couple today to get towards the full completion, to get to the Platinum Trophy, and some of them are god-awful annoying. I just did the poker tournament today, or the poker match today, and it was horrendous. The karaoke's annoying. The golf game was fun in itself, but having to get all of them perfectly is annoying. Nonetheless, the game itself is awesome, and I'm doing this video to update the rating. I would give it more like an 8.5, like an 85% now, just because the story, I really, really loved it, and I can't wait to dig in now to Yakuza 3, 4, and 5, which were just released, or the Yakuza Remastered Collection was just released. I can't wait to dig into those games now and see what is in store for Kiryu Kazuma. So, hope you enjoyed this review. I'm going to be playing some more stuff soon, so keep looking through the videos and seeing games you might be interested in, or whatever, maybe not. Whatever you'd like to do. We'll see you next time.